Lori and I want to wish you happy holidays. We've got some of our favorite best of moments lined up for you this week, and we'll be back with fresh new episodes on New Year's Eve. Until then, cheers and enjoy your holiday with your family and friends.
After 22 years on the radio, we couldn't stay quiet for long.
We're Lori and Julia, still loud.
Pop culture, gossip, books, TV, music,
And probably a little too much laughter.
Let's do this.
Hello, everybody. This is Lori and Julia, and we are
Still loud.
And we couldn't be more delighted today to have back one of our favorite guests when we had our radio program all those years, Chris Hewitt from the Star Tribune. Hi, Chris Hewitt.
Hello, I'm so excited to be here.
We're
Chris,
so excited to have you.
And we always loved having you on Friday because that could sometimes be a low energy day. And at the end of the year, around the holidays, we have so many movies to talk about and books and things like that. So we always loved having you be a Friday guest if you were in town.
We just loved having you be our guest.
I never knew I came in on low energy.
I thought that was a diss, and that's why I was trying to recover for her. But she
It doesn't seem like a diss.
It's not a diss to you. We just needed like some lift. And because you always are a fountain of information and are a great storyteller, you're our second podcast guest.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Very
And I will try to be as buoyant as I possibly can.
I hope
be.
so. I hope so. I hope so. Okay.
Well, I don't want to start on like this isn't a buoyant note, but last weekend, Rob Reiner and his wife were killed by their son, allegedly. It seems that that's who it is. And I know I just watched When Harry Met Sally. I happened to DVR it last week. And that movie is picture perfect. The only thing that ages that movie is the hair and the clothes. But otherwise, it could be a modern story that's being told right now.
Interesting. I haven't watched it for a long time. That's good to hear. The one of his movies that I've watched most recently is The Princess Bride, and every bit of that holds up too. So
doesn't it? And in all these, the entertainment shows, I mean, it's really rocked Hollywood because he was a brilliant director, actor. He was just
Producer.
and it seemed to be so loved by everybody, except for obviously whatever is wrong with his son. But I watched a thing because people are putting a lot of clips, and 3 days before his dad, Carl Reiner, died, they reenacted the last scene of Peter Falk and Fred Savage, and it was Rob Reiner.
In The Princess Bride.
In The Princess Bride, Rob Reiner's in bed playing Fred Savage, and Carl Reiner is reading, and that's 3 days before his dad died. And I just thought, how amazing is that?
yeah, that was so sweet. And, I never even had thought to make that connection when I saw Peter Falk and Fred Savage doing it, but it completely made sense. The minute you saw them doing it, it was like, oh yeah, I could totally see this being a scene from their real life.
Yeah. So I'm sure you interviewed him at least once over the years of covering film.
Rob Reiner, I did a long time ago for North, and unfortunately, it was one of his worst movies. So I can't remember what we talked about. I was probably straining to not say, "Why did you make such a bad movie the whole time?" But
and
what I should have said is, "You made so many good ones."
Right. Well, I was he lovely though? Anyway,
he was. Yeah, he was, and I think he actually knew there were problems with the movie too. But yeah, he, he's a really good storyteller, and he's funny, and because he does so many different things, did so many different things well, producing, as you said, Julia, and writing and acting, and there was just lots to talk about. I remember it was easy to avoid talking about the movie because he has so many other things to talk about.
We always want, that was always the hardest when you'd have an author on and you didn't like the book. And you'd have to figure out all these different ways to talk around it.
Yeah, I remember one time I went to one of those movie junkets, and it was for a good movie, actually, When a Man Loves a Woman, written by Al Franken and starring Meg Ryan. And I remember Meg Ryan saying, well, I can tell if the journalists like the movie or not, because if they like the movie, they ask me about the movie. If they hate the movie, they ask me about Dennis Quaid.
That's good. Good.
That is so true. Okay, so I just have to ask really quick, did you ever interview Carrie Fisher?
No, I somehow never did.
Okay,
I'm
because
surprised I never did, but I didn't.
she was in obviously When Harry Met
And
Sally,
great with Kirby.
I just love her, and
Yeah.
we loved her, and so I was just
Me too.
seeing because
Yeah.
I was scrolling through some of my picture memories lately, and I still have a picture of Gary, her bulldog, on the Today Show. Remember her bulldog? He had the saggy eye and the tongue that hung out, and he used to
I
just
do.
make us laugh. But anyway, all right, so let's get to it. It is the holiday season. People are wondering what they should. Movies are coming out on Christmas Day, and what to get excited about. So talk to us about Marty Supreme.
It is the word I would use, I think, is relentless. It is it doesn't sound like it would be. It's a story about a guy who's a professional ping pong player who's played by Timothy Chalamet. And in a way, the first scene in the movie answers a question people may have had in their mind since last Christmas when Timothy Chalamet was here to introduce the Bob Dylan movie
Yes.
and talk about the Bob Dylan movie, and had a very Hitlerish mustache and an odd haircut. And he had actually come here, I think, the same day as he finished shooting Marty Supreme, and he was still in his Marty Supreme getup. So that's why he had that strange haircut and Hitlerish mustache there in the movie. But he plays this ping pong player in, I think it's roughly the 50s,
Ooh, I love it.
who is very peripatetic, and he's very determined to put ping pong on the map and to become kind of a superstar, and he'll do anything he has to in order to make that happen, and that involves trying to find a gangster's kidnapped dog. Even there's all these weird sort of subplots. He goes to Japan for a tournament. He becomes involved with an actress who's kind of like Grace Kelly, played by Gwyneth Paltrow. He steals from her. He has a relationship with her. He has a baby that he maybe doesn't even acknowledge. There's all this crazy stuff going on. And in fact, even a scene in which he takes a bath turns out to be an action adventure. So it's like once the movie starts, it never stops for, I think, 2 hours and 15 minutes or so.
Where is he, an American guy, or where's he from, Marty Supreme?
Yep, I think he's in Brooklyn. His mom is played by Fran Drescher with a very Fran Drescher-y accent.
Is it based on a true story at all, or loosely based on a real person?
I think it's loosely based, and I'm forgetting the guy's last name. His real first name was Martin, but I think it veers very far off the course of what his life was like. But apparently he was similarly focused on becoming a ping pong superstar.
How many stars do you give this movie?
Gosh, I would give it 3 or 3.5 out of 4, somewhere in there.
I was going to say 3.5. I usually can read you.
Like a book.
Uh-huh.
It's very fun, and he is phenomenal in it. I mean, I'm sure I've said this to the two of you before, but every time you see him, it's like, oh, okay, he can do that too. Like, I don't think there's anything Timothy Chalamet can't do beautifully. He's a superstar and a fantastic
agree.
actor.
Yeah, I agree. I still am mad that he did not win for playing Dylan, a complete unknown. I know, but last year I know he won this Screen Actor Guild Award, or as they're calling the actor, which is what they always said when they presented it. But I was like, why can't they just give this kid his dues? He was phenomenal as Bob Dylan. And so I'm glad maybe he's going to get another chance this year.
Yeah, I think he's definitely, I mean, it's a tough year. Michael B. Jordan played 2 people in one movie, so he's going to be a...
Oh, I loved Sinners. That's is that one of your top 10 movies of the year, Sinners?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
sure.
Same with me.
Leonardo DiCaprio is going to be a contender, and he's fantastic in that movie, which we'll probably talk about.
Well, let's talk about that.
I'm sure he'll be nominated.
Yeah.
Before we do, I have just one last question, because Timothy Chalamet has been very outspoken about how he wants to be great.
That was in his Screen Actor Guild Award.
Yes.
He is going for greatness.
He's going for greatness and puts everything into his characters. When you sat down, because you've interviewed him before, I'm assuming, at a junket, do you get a feeling that he is egomaniac driven, or this is just the focus and the plan?
I think the latter. He seemed very approachable, definitely serious about his work. And, particularly since I did interview him for the Dylan movie, so he was very serious about wanting to make sure that Bob Dylan thought that he had done a good job as Bob Dylan, which apparently he did. At least publicly he said he did.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I thought he did not seem like an egomaniac at all, and he certainly could, because every woman in America loves him,
Yes.
and some of the men.
Right.
But no, and I think, if he wants to be considered great, I think he's going about it exactly the right way. He's working with the top directors in the business. He's making sure he does lots of different things. I just think for a person who's very young, he is really building a career in a smart way. I mean, even from the very beginning, we didn't know then he was going to be essentially Timothy Chalamet. But if you look back to like Lady Bird, one of his first things,
Yes.
he's already, working with Greta Gerwig in a really interesting character who's not the focus of the movie. But I think in Hollywood, you can't really have a plan because it's so much about, do you get offered the things and does somebody with money get behind it? But it seems like he's had a plan and he's sticking to it and it's working.
Oh, I'm excited. So we're talking about Marty Supreme and Timothée Chalamet.
Timothée Chalamet.
And of course he's dating Kylie Jenner, and they were matching
orange.
Orange.
It's the color of the movie, apparently. There's orange blimps. It's been kind of an amazing marketing campaign. Gwyneth Paltrow was on Seth Meyers this week and wore an orange tracksuit with white shoes that she couldn't walk in. And I find her annoying and insufferable, but I have read that the one thing we forgot, because she is so annoying and insufferable, she hasn't acted in a long time, and that she's terrific in this movie. Is that true?
She is. It's not like a super flashy part, but it requires somebody who you instantly feel like is kind of a golden age movie star with this kind of aura around them. She has to be a human being, obviously, too, because they have this relationship, but there also has to be this kind of glamour and and she just slides right into it.
Good. All right. Well, that's good. Maybe she'll step away from Goop and get back into acting.
I think she's a good actress.
She is. I've never said she's not. She's just, as a person.
Yeah, she's
and even on Seth Meyers, she was annoying and insufferable and basically taking credit for Timothée Chalamet. Yes.
Well, I think we should take credit for him instead.
You're right. But she was like, she had to just do this whole humble brag about her mom group wanting to know about kissing Timothée.
I would want to know that too.
Her daughter didn't want to.
This.
But she just basically all but said, I've discovered Timothée Chalamet. So I just wanted to just pull her scraggly hair and say, use your conditioner, Goop.
Merry Christmas to you, Gwyneth Paltrow. That was all Lori. Okay, let's move on to, you brought up Leonardo DiCaprio and his
One Battle After Another.
That's his movie, and it came out this summer. I have yet to see it yet, but it's still in movie theaters.
It's fantastic. No, I think it's dropping on HBO Max Christmas week.
Oh, okay. So tell us about that.
I think it's my favorite movie of the year, and in fact, I saw it with my friend Peter, who said it's his favorite movie of the century.
Wow.
And this is as we're walking out of the theater, so it wasn't even I got to think about it for a while. He just immediately knew that. I think it's astonishing.
I did too. And the more I've been away from it and thought about it and how that movie stayed with me, because it's about so many things, which is why they had a hard time marketing it in September when it came out. But I mean, go for the car chase scene alone, and Tiana. I mean, there's so many great characters in this movie.
There are, and Paul Thomas Anderson, who made Boogie Nights and Magnolia and There Will Be Blood and The Phantom Thread, is, one of, if not maybe our finest filmmakers right now. He kind of never misses. And you can tell he feels a real connection to this story. There are a lot of fantastic characters. It's about these people who were activists who have gone underground, and we pick up with them, I don't know, is it like 20 years later?
Yes.
When they're in hiding, and Leonardo DiCaprio is one of them, and now has a daughter, and he's discovered, and the daughter, he and the daughter are separated, and he has to basically, it's a father trying to get his daughter back movie in the barest summary. But as you say, there's a lot going on politically and relationship wise, and fantastic performances. Regina Hall is in it, and she's wonderful, and Tiana Taylor is in it, and probably going to get nominated for an Oscar for it, and is wonderful, and Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro. It's a great, great movie.
Yeah,
okay, do you think, though, you should see it? Because I think you said, Lori, we should see this movie in the theater.
Well, I thought it was in the movie theater kind of a thing to see just for the car chase scene alone. But I think people are going to watch the heck out of this at home.
Sure.
And you're going to be surprised that you're going to laugh, too, in this movie.
And I would it's going to get nominated for a lot of Oscars.
Yeah.
People are saying potentially 13 Oscars. So I would guess it's going to end up back in theaters too, and people will have another chance. Because, this scene, I think this is the scene you're alluding to, Lori, where they're in kind of a desert and going up and down these hills. And the way they shoot you going up and down these hills is just, I've never seen anything like it.
Same.
You feel like you're in the car.
So you're getting a tummy tickler.
Well,
a little bit.
Yeah.
It's exciting because there's so much tension with what is going on with this car chase.
And then at the end of the car chase, there's this huge emotional payoff. And you kind of forgot about the emotional arc of the movie because you're getting so much into this kind of thrilling car chase scene. But then it really hits you in the gut. It's a fantastic movie.
One bullet after another.
One battle after another. But I like bullet is, okay, but there's
there are a lot
too
of
many.
bullets too.
Yeah. One battle after another.
Okay, one battle after another. And then so Leonardo DiCaprio and Timothée Chalamet, you think are both going to be nominated for Oscars?
Oh, 100%.
Okay.
And they've already been nominated for Critics' Choice and Golden Globe, and we haven't seen the SAG yet. One of them won One Battle After Another won the New York Film Critics Best Movie, and they have a very high degree of accuracy in the Best Movie category for the Oscars.
And I think it also won the LA Film Critics too, actually.
All right, two great movies. Now let's talk Hamlet.
Hamnet.
I'm having a Hamlet omelet later.
Yum.
Yeah. Hamnet's in theaters now, I think.
Tell us about it.
Is. And it is a little confusing between Hamlet and Hamnet because apparently there's no agreed upon version of the name. Both are appropriate.
Oh, really?
The movie itself is called Hamnet
Okay.
Because that was the name of William Shakespeare's son, who died as a child. In the movie version, it's because of the plague, which of course was going through London during Shakespeare's time. But the movie is really about Shakespeare's in it. He's played by Paul Mescal, who everybody loves. But it's really about Shakespeare's wife, Agnes, who's played by Jessie Buckley, and her kind of she's this very nature-focused person who has this kind of free spirit and is misunderstood as a result of that. But it's a lot about her child dies in the plague, and it's a lot about her grief and how her husband ultimately turns that grief into this work of art, which is Hamlet. It's based on a book by Maggie O'Farrell. It's one of my favorite books of the last 25 years. I love that book. And in fact, thought, I don't want this to be made into a movie because the book is so perfect already. There's nothing you can do but kind of wreck it. The movie does not wreck it. The movie finds really interesting ways to visualize things in the book that you kind of can't quite put together. The movie does put them together, and it has a finale that I swear is guaranteed to make every single person in the theater bawl their head off.
Oh my gosh.
We have a friend who saw it, a guy, and loved it. I was watching Kelly Clarkson on her show. She interviewed Jessie Buckley and Paul Mescal, and she's like, I couldn't even move at the end of it. So I love being moved to emotion. But is it too slow that like my husband wouldn't like it? That's a big question.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's a movie that has a lot of things happening.
Sure.
It's it's about character and it's about setting a mood, but I don't think, I mean, it's not a long movie or anything. I think people who have a little bit of patience are going to be fine with it because again, the emotional payoff is big. And it's, co-written and directed by Chloe Zhao, who made Nomadland several years ago. And it has maybe it isn't anything like that movie, obviously, because it's set, 600 years early, 500 years earlier. But it does have a similar kind of interesting character and detail and emotion, I would say. And
do you give it a 3.25 or 3.5?
I think it's a 4-star movie.
Oh, I
really
love hearing
loved it.
that. Okay.
And partly because, my expectations were, I don't know if this is going to be able to capture that book, and it does.
I think my mom would love this.
Oh,
if we could find closed captioning in a theater, because
it'll be dropping on streaming because I don't know that many people are going to the theater to see it, just because it is like a smaller independent movie and the marketing has been, it's not huge.
I think calling it Hamnet instead of Hamlet.
Well, Hamlet would keep people away.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think they were smart with their marketing, calling it Hamnet.
And one interesting thing is there ultimately is a scene from the play Hamlet in the movie in a recreation of the Old Globe Theater. And I almost think it's going to make people go to the play and say, oh, I kind of didn't realize that was in there. And now I'm curious to see what else is in there.
Well,
I'm excited.
I've never wanted to see that play. But you've piqued, I don't even know what it's about, and now we do. I think you've piqued our interest. Hey, guys, let's thank a couple sponsors, okay?
Let's do it.
So, Chris, have you been to Scandinavia?
I have been to Denmark.
Okay.
Copenhagen,
yep. Loved it.
Loved it. So, Lori and I have partnered with Borton Overseas, and we are doing a small group travel to Scandinavia, trip to Scandinavia.
The top 3 Scandinavian cities that people want to go to: Stockholm, Copenhagen, Oslo, and the fjords.
And we're taking a train, we're taking a bus, or not a bus, but a boat. We'll be on a bus.
A cruise ship. We're very, very excited. And if people want to come with us, it's time to start thinking hard about it. It's a great holiday idea.
It is.
And who knows, we're going May 4th through the 11th. And so excited. And Borton Overseas does such a wonderful job. One of the fun things, Chris, is we are going to be immersed in the ABBA Museum. And a beer tour in Copenhagen. And a gold room and a train and seeing all the city sights. So we're very excited about it. And just go to BortonOverseas.com if you would like to join us. We promise you a great time. We really do. And if you're going to, maybe you've got a Scandinavian plan, or you want to go to Iceland or Africa or Asia, Borton also is a tour operator for those destinations, and over 100 years in business. So you can trust them to really come up with a perfect itinerary for whomever you're traveling with, I would say. And Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota is another sponsor of ours. And you can't spell hair without HRI. And their website is hrimn.com. Did you just make that up on the spot? That's so good. But I think of all the solutions I've been doing because I have seasonal hair loss. And when I was just getting my hair cut, Jasmine said, you've got hair at your shoulder, you've got hair mid-length, and you've got it starting out. So she can see my shedding. Yes. And without cutting layers, it's just wild. And it's my hormones and it's everything else. And I've struggled with this since childbirth, since I had my first kids. Is that right? Yeah. Wow. And Hair Restoration Institute of Minnesota, they've got so many solutions for you, men and women. And if you want to get help, you can have a free consultation. They can do it virtually or in person. They'll analyze your scalp. They'll tell you what's alive, what's not alive, what we can do. So many options. We absolutely love them. And I know you will too. They're located right by the Mall of America. Go to hrimn.com for more information. Okay, so I got to tell you about a show that is about to take over your social media feed, if it hasn't already. Well, mine is yours, so apparently I haven't looked. Okay, so yes, we do share an Instagram. This has been, Book Talk has been horny for this series since like about a year ago. I hope you don't say something that I watched and loved. Listen, I love this show. I let every gay friend I know, the guy, to be watching this show, or I guess gay women. I feel like that I had to turn it off when Casey came in because I knew he would not be able to handle the holy cockamole that was happening on the screen on a TV show called Heated Rivalry, which premiered on HBO Max this week. It is
haven't
about
watched it.
two hockey players in this, like, call it an NHL league.
I remember this book.
Yes.
Hockey rom-com or hockey
yes, there's been a series. It's this Canadian woman. It's
Yep.
being produced in Canada, filmed there, and it's called Heated Rivalry. And this is to Hunter's Wives, which Leanne Morgan described as fighting boars in your panties.
Okay.
Because there was so much girl on girl in that show.
This is guy on guy.
But it's about hockey players, which is, so exciting. It's such an exciting sport to be a part of. And
especially if you were the girlfriend of the goalie, Scott, in high school at Duluth East, you were.
That's right. And Julia, everything I learned good about sex, I learned with my high school boyfriend.
It's so fun.
And we were in love and we thought we'd be together forever. And he was just so wonderful and so much fun to watch skate. To this day, I still love the smell of, like, if I could have, a goalie pad or just
Jeff,
that
Jeff was
duffel bag smell with the equipment in it. It could take me back. But this show, so you're seeing some hockey, you're seeing this Canadian guy who plays for the Canadian team and this Russian guy who plays for Boston. So we're going to Vegas, Boston, we're in Montreal, Toronto. And these two kind of, it's taboo. Hockey is maybe the most macho of sports. Am I fair in saying that?
Can you just stop for a second?
Yeah.
Jeff played hockey.
Okay.
And Jeff watches hockey. I can't stand watching hockey. I hate the din. But honestly...
Even Minnesota State High School boys hockey tournament?
Well, maybe that. But the Wild are on a roll right now.
Yeah,
so that is something exciting.
So hockey
Minnesota
is
Wild.
just super macho. So I don't even know if there are any openly gay hockey players that are out there. But in this TV show, Heated Rivalry, I mean, it is so horny, this show. My jaw was dropping. So they're rivals. They become accidental lovers. And I think, I haven't read the book, but I think they do start to fall in love, but they are
They have to be macho.
Well, the one guy really, he's never even explored that side of his sexuality. And the Russian guy is, bisexual. He's like, everything is happening.
I like everything in front of me.
Yeah. And he's really the dialogue. And I mean, my jaw was dropping. I watched there's 2 episodes out. And the author's name is Rachel Reed. And the book series is called Game Changer. Okay. So Book Talk has been real horny for a year for this. And now social media is about to get real horny because Heated Rivalry is...
Are the guys hot?
Beyond. And we are seeing so much.
Ooh.
We're seeing so much. I couldn't be more happy.
But you told Jeff the minute you came in, Jeff, this is a show you're not going to want to watch.
No. And here's the observation. Straight men are comfortable with every kind of sex except for men on men. Absolutely. For them, unless they, have experimented or tried it or their eyes have somehow been open to it. But anyway, Casey said, you can watch your show. I'm going to listen to a podcast.
Did he listen to us? Because Jeff listens to us.
No, Casey never. I mean, no,
our whole family, except for my husband, he's new to it.
Your mom, my mom is listening.
My sister now is listening.
Yeah,
listened.
My sister is back listening. My bonus sister Cindy. Anyway, so I have it on. I thought, okay, and right away there was just this steamy hotel scene that, I mean, the dialogue, and I was just like, we're all adults here. And Casey looked up and he just kind of went, oh, like that. And I said, you know what, I'll finish this 15 minutes later. Yeah.
Because you were on the main TV.
In the main TV area. So yeah, Heated Rivalry. It's HBO Max. It's blowing up. Rivals, lover, hockey.
And you like it.
Oh, it's good.
Okay, fine.
It's really good. The story is very believable, and I just like that we're exploring a hockey story. We don't get enough hockey stories.
Well, Lori, there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Now, can we just take a break and thank a couple sponsors?
Surely.
I have been cooking so much in the last weeks. I have got really not a lot of cabinet space.
You do have a tight kitchen.
I have a tight house. Just like my bones and joints are tight,
Tight,
my house is tight.
your house is
And
tight.
that's just a nice way of saying small. I have this one cabinet that I have to go under with a headlamp, basically, to climb in the back to get some pots and pans out.
Well, you need
And
to get Twin Cities Closet
know.
Company out here to sketch you a design.
I need them to help me with designing things. And it doesn't cost any money to call for a complimentary design consultation. Twin Cities Closet Company is locally owned. Everything's made and manufactured in Minnesota. They do the best quality work of anybody. They stand behind their work. Everyone on their staff is a designer, and they'll come out to your home or you can Zoom them. I have so many issues in this small house, but I just feel like they can help me figure it out.
I'm so excited for you.
I am so excited. And, these projects start at $500, people. You don't need a gob of money. You can
They
start.
can just do a mudroom reorganization closet for you. They can do.
I need my
small
pantry
space, your
redone.
pantry, yes.
I need our
closet.
our new podcast room redone because we might have to move out of the dining room into a
Yes.
bedroom so my husband can be home. Anyway, we love them. Go to tcclosets.com or give them a buzz for a complimentary design consultation and tell them Lori and Julia sent you. And while we're talking about it, Lori,
Yes.
we love Envision Distinctive Eyewear.
We call them the eyeglass whisperers. That's how good they are at what they're doing and we say that because they know what looks good on you and they'll pull frames that you would never pick for yourself. And I mean, it's just such a refreshing way to up your look, style your whole, if it's fall, maybe you need a new pair of glasses. I know I desperately do.
So do I. You don't need a new wardrobe. You need to update your look. It's the most economical accessory because you wear it all the time, but it's the most important accessory because you wear it all the time.
And Envision, they have one of the things that we really love is that they have distinctive, hard to find brands. It's not stuff that you find at the mall or other places. Garrett Light, at Matsuda, Salt, Elias, just beautiful frames. I mean, we do love the care that goes into what lines they're going to sell there.
And they stand behind the product
They
big
really
time.
do.
And
And the small lab, so if you've got a tricky eyeglass lens, which a lot of people do, it's a custom lab, so they are going to be perfection.
we love working with them. You will too. Stop by one of the 4 locations in the Twin Cities or visit them online at envision-optical.com. I got to ask you something, Lori.
All right.
Okay. Cardi B had her 4th baby.
With Stefan Diggs.
Yes. And she cast her umbilical cord in gold for jewelry.
Oh, wow. That's clever.
I've never seen anything like that before.
Well, listen, I just saw the scariest umbilical cord of my life on It, Welcome to Derry. My God.
Was it in a clown?
No, well, it was in a woman, a dead woman. But I mean, all the same, it did make me realize the umbilical cord is the key to everything between the mom and the baby.
Lori, you know that. Lori, please.
But having not gone through the experience of the magic of and terror and horror of giving birth, Julia,
it's magic.
They really showed a scary birth scene with a humongous umbilical
I can't believe
cord.
they would show that.
Oh, they showed it, and it's like a rope.
Lori, oh God.
I mean, it's not as big as a rope, but it's like a rope that you would use.
It's what
like a buoy. It's like that length. It's like this
Lori,
big.
it feeds your baby. It has all the nutrients. It does everything.
But it's big.
What a miracle that's in your body.
Right. So why haven't we been gold plating the damn umbilical cord
they're using
ropes?
stem cells from umbilical cords now for people when they're PRP. To stimulate growth in people. They are doing it. But you're so funny.
But it's a rope.
Okay.
I mean, and it's a significant rope. Somebody has to snip it and it becomes your belly button. I was just like, oh my gosh. And then you see the worst nightmare of an umbilical cord in It. Welcome
I hope
to
no
Derry.
one is having a child soon.
Ask your son about the umbilical cord baby scene.
He told me it's good and it's not scary, Mom. So apparently he was just lying through his teeth.
He's lying to his teeth. That is totally
He is
scary.
lying through his teeth.
I've been waiting for.
It's a rope.
It's a rope.
It's a buoy.
It's a buoy rope.
This is okay. We've learned a lot.
Yes, we have.
All right. Do we want to talk about Minneapolis plastic surgery because you were just in there?
I was. I just went to Minneapolis Skin Clinic, which is, affiliated and partnered with Minneapolis Plastic Surgery. Just because I had a facelift, Julia, doesn't mean I don't need a little Botox a couple times a year.
Right, of course.
And, there's so many solutions that they have with lasers, with Botox, with filler, with they also spin the platelets and do
PRP.
that. You making you.
Yes.
So, they're expert injectors. Like I always see Brittany. And so painless, quick, fast, easy. They have a loyalty program. So they've got some really
great
good
products.
And great products. I got some new Color Science, their tinted skincare, which I love that
we
stuff.
We love that.
And also, on the other side is Minneapolis Plastic Surgery and Dr. Jarvis and his team. I saw a couple of nurses that you and I know. And I mean, his people that have worked there have been there a long time, 20 plus years.
It's great service and it's
experienced
and
people.
Not the California coast looks on anybody. When you see everything overdone and pulled too tight. You will love them. Minneapolis Plastic Surgery and Minneapolis Skin Clinic. We love them. Tell them the girls sent you.
Okay, so
You were like, Julia, I've got something for you.
Well,
what?
Of course, it always involves
Sex?
Yeah. Well,
I have a good one for you. All right, tell me yours.
Okay, so this month, it just dropped yesterday on Playgirl, which is just a digital magazine now.
Remember when that all happened?
That happened. We
that
were like,
Playboy girl never really took off. But yeah. Okay,
well,
so I know who it is. I know what you're going to say.
It's
Britney Spears' ex-husband, Sam Asghari.
Yeah.
He's on the cover and he makes a pretty cover boy.
Oh.
His abs are amazing. He looks hotter now than when he's not with Britney. I bet that was a stressful marriage. All upside for him, though, at the end.
Well, they were together such a long time.
They really were.
And then married for a brief amount of time.
And I think that was a volatile relationship. He looks good.
Oh, my.
Being divorced looks good on him.
And why doesn't his acting career take off?
Well, Lori, you know what?
He had that small part in something that we watched.
Yeah, I know. I can't remember the name of it. He's
only 31 years old.
He's got plenty of time, and he looks great. And
it's an abtastic Playgirl cover. I really recommend people go and look at these photos.
You don't have to subscribe. It's all over every gossip site possible.
He is so jacked. And, really, we should have known this wasn't going to work out. He's 31 and she's 44.
Okay, first of all, I think Britney...
And he was a dancer in a video of hers, and he was like 21.
That's how she met Kevin Federline.
Yes,
he was a backup
It's
dancer.
a good way to meet somebody. Just ask Madonna.
Ask Confessions of a Video Vixen. Karen, who was he? Lori, who was it?
Stevens.
Yes, that was a good book.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right. Well, thank you for sharing that. If anyone wants to see a beauul 24-pack.
Oh.
He looks beautiful.
Unbelievable. But I don't understand, there's got to be a place for him. Why doesn't he go to Hallmark? He would be an excellent Hallmark.
He would.
Model.
Speaking, it is Hallmark Prime season right now.
Yeah.
And you can get Hallmark on demand if you have Xfinity cable. If you don't want to subscribe to, it's included and you can watch a lot of the shows. But it is...
Oh, Hacks. He's on Hacks.
That was it.
Yes. He's got
Was he good on it? Was he already on it, Lori, that we saw him?
He just had a small part in
that
Hacks,
was it.
Sam
Asghari.
So.
Okay, well, his name comes up when you put in Sam. And basically, so he's out there. He made a rare comment about Britney Spears. He can't make comments, but he said
he signed an NDA.
Yeah, the respect he has for the time they spent together.
Yeah, they were together like 8 or 9 years. And he did the best takedown of Kevin Federline's book, which is in the Amazon bottom 5,000.
Right next to Riel Hunter.
And Cheryl Hines.
Those are big names.
Yeah.
I hope you people catch those. Okay.
But where he just said, well, it's appropriate that he's writing a book about how to make money on fatherhood because that's all he did or something like that.
Love that.
So he always comes
supportive.
to Britney's defense.
I kind of like that
when
a
her
lot.
book came out but he is
He's pretty.
He's got to be living the Vida Loca
I
in
think so.
LA. He's having a lot of fun.
I think so. What is our poor Brittany doing?
Brittany is
spinning and dancing?
traveling. She's traveling. She's dating. She's got a bad picker.
She's got the worst picker in the world.
Well, I don't know if
I
it's
think
the worst.
Sam feels like he
I
was
think,
pretty loyal to her.
Yeah, he was. Kim Kardashian has a terrible picker. There's a lot of people that suffer from bad
You're right,
pickers.
Lori.
Yeah. Why? Because people have orgasmic haze.
But silly orgasmic haze without
No,
substance.
Julie, when you're in orgasmic haze, you're not thinking
So what
clearly.
Lori means is you met someone and you're just so in love with having sex with them
Yes.
that you can't think.
Like-
Nothing else matters. None of the signs stick out.
Nothing. You're not seeing anything but green lights and multicolored rainbows.
If anyone could see Lori, she's crossing her eyes,
Yeah.
and she does very, very good.
No. Orgasmic haze is a very real thing. I had to have a talk with my nephew about it because he suffers from extreme orgasmic haze. Every woman he has an orgasm with, now this kid is 30, everyone, he's like ready to propose a day later.
I know this kid. Yeah.
And I talked to him. I had a big long talk with him, and he just started laughing at me, and he said, "That's not a real thing." And I said, "It is a real thing." And then we went over his list
His
of
history?
relationships, and they all burn out by
Did he agree with you then at the end?
He started laughing. He said, "Oh my gosh, I do have orgasmic haze." I said, "Yes, you do. You just have to move slower. That's all. You can't be ready to move in, propose, all these things when you don't
weeks,
really
yeah.
know somebody because you're completely clouded." I
the
mean, people
mistakes
give
could
money.
be very expensive.
Yes, people give money in orgasmic haze.
Yeah.
I mean, this is how catfishing happens. It's a real thing.
It's a real thing. You have preached this one, sister.
I mean, Heated Rivalry is a classic example of two people in
That is a
orgasmic
TV
haze.
That's a TV show. There's several people now in orgasmic haze.
Yeah.
But that one has gone on over years.
Yes.
It's kind of interesting. So that's on HBO, you guys. We can't say enough about that show.
Yeah.
But speaking of,
Because there's 6 books in the series,
Yeah.
the Game Changer series, and it's sold out everywhere.
hockey rom-com
Yeah.
series. Yeah.
It's sold
great.
out everywhere.
Yeah. I know. I love that for that author.
In fact, I'm going to something, and I've given the assignment that everyone needs to watch at least one episode so we can discuss it.
so you have look at you. It's kind of like a book club, a TV book club.
A TV book club. I said, otherwise, people, if you don't want, and
You
everyone,
need to get it. You got to watch it to get it. This Heated Rivalry.
yes,
Not everyone has HBO though.
no, I know.
It's like if you have Prime Video, you can buy add-ons. That's where I bought Paramount Plus and I bought HBO
oh, okay.
under your Prime, and it
Yeah.
just goes on your Amazon, and it's very easy to deal with.
Yeah, and the other show that I watched that I don't know how I missed, and I looked up the book, I never read it. The Girlfriend,
Oh yeah,
Robin Wright,
I haven't watched that.
and Millie Cook, who plays the queen who had to kiss and be married to the man whose face melted on House of Dragon, that king.
Oh,
That she's
okay.
the other queen.
The Girlfriend. You like The Girlfriend?
You know what? Sometimes I like a 6-episode psychological thriller based on a book, and I didn't read the book. And if I had read the book, I wouldn't probably remember the ending, but it was twisty.
It was. Yeah. All right. I'm going to watch that.
Yeah, and it's on Prime, and it came out. It must have been
This
when
fall.
this fall when a lot of
Must
stuff
have been
was
when
on.
you were gone for 7 weeks.
Yeah, something like that. Or sometimes a lot of shows are out at one time,
Right.
and so you're like looking.
Okay. We just finished Down Cemetery Row last night.
Was that the finale?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
Uh-huh.
Satisfying?
Mm-hmm.
That's a great show.
It's a great show.
Based on a book by Mick Herron, who wrote the Slow Horses
Yes.
series, and Emma Thompson has never looked more gorgeous or been more I mean, she just is amazing as this
amazing-
character, this woman.
She's
detective.
an amazing actress,
Yeah.
pretty much in everything she's
Yeah,
done.
she is.
And somehow, she doesn't, you can tell that she hasn't done any fillers or anything. She really, her face works. I mean, every
And her
wrinkle,
hair, the
everything's
punky
responsible.
hair, and the way she dresses so
She's-
punky.
she's
I love her
so-
character.
I love her. And I
Yes.
just think I go back to one of the favorites everybody always says of their holiday movie, Love Actually.
Yeah.
And Alan Ripken, when she was in the relationship with Alan Ripken in Love Actually. I haven't watched that yet this year.
Not Ripken.
Yeah, it was. Alan Richman?
Yeah, I think it's Rickman.
Rickman, thank
Alan
you.
Rickman.
Alan Rickman.
Yeah,
he was another
every
actor.
year some online entertainment writer tries to ruin Love Actually or When Harry Met Sally.
Oh,
they look
remember.
at it back through this lens and they point out all this stuff. And you know what? I used to get kind of like worked up and I thought, I'm not reading these stories anymore.
No.
I like
love
that
the movie.
I would encourage people, like, if the thing,
Love Actually just works for me.
it just works.
It
The
just
music
works.
in it, everything
guy, the
about
funny
it.
guy.
Yeah.
It's
It's like about a boy. That
Hanging
always
like
works
a
for
time.
me.
Now, I've never watched About a Boy.
You're
No, that is
kidding.
one, and I've told you this before. I don't know
You
why.
the Hugh Grant
I know.
fan?
I know, and
You
I
got to
need
watch
to watch that.
Yeah.
And another great one for people to watch are the Paddington movies.
Yes.
Those just make me happy. And this one you didn't like as much as I did, The Family Stone.
Oh, I that one ages better in time. Sarah Jessica Parker and Diane Keaton.
Diane Keaton, and the guy who wrote it was talking about writing another part 2 because now that he lost Diane, he was thinking about it after her tragic passing away. It's so young.
She died of pneumonia.
Yeah, I know. But she was sick with something before that, Laura.
Yeah. Well, she might have had,
I think she had a type of dementia.
I don't know.
I don't know. I think I read something, but I could be spreading a rumor.
Yeah, I think you might be spreading a rumor. But
there
you
was
can get
something-
pneumonia from falling and breaking a rib. This happened to my mom.
But
Because
she
you
didn't die.
No, but it's very dangerous getting pneumonia.
That's why I didn't want to go cook with my Lady K, because I'm like, you're 93 and I'm not. I don't want to get you sick.
Right. Thank you.
No,
Typhoid Sally. Mary or whatever her name is.
Okay, so here's something that I thought you would share with me, but you maybe haven't read the story yet. You know Jelly Roll, the singer?
Yes.
I love his voice. I like his
He
songs.
was on Ozempic.
Yeah.
For
okay,
like a year. He shed a drastic amount of
200
weight.
pounds.
Wow.
So
his doctor must be so happy.
and his wife must be so happy. And
Yeah.
basically, I don't know what podcast he was on. Everyone has a podcast, so who knows?
Not on the Lori and Julia, unfortunately.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I wouldn't know what to ask him.
I
would.
would. It wouldn't even matter. He just talked. So anyway, he said that his sex life was absolutely horrible when he weighed. I mean, he was up to 550 pounds.
Yes.
And he married this beautiful woman. He goes, she's a big titty, beautiful, sexy woman. And here I am. I can't even get aroused.
Well, because
And
he
was
can't
too
find,
big.
he can't
He was
even
too
find
big.
it.
And he said we'd have to play Twister to have sex. You
Yeah.
know, move over here, move it over here, lift it up over
Yeah.
here, hide it back over there. I mean, that image.
Yes.
You
But
can
him
see
moving
it,
his
right?
huge
He's
stomach.
moving his stomach around, and I just thought I loved his honesty.
Yeah, that's
And because when you're not feeling sexy, you don't want to have sex.
well, and if you're that much overweight,
Oh,
I
it's-
mean, your weight gets in the way.
And it was his addictions, and it was depression, and it was. I just think these GLP-1 drugs are miracle workers for a lot of people.
Yeah,
And speaking of people that they've worked really well on, to maybe too much, is people have seen the pictures of Kelly Osbourne lately. So Kelly Osbourne, we have a personal relationship with.
We do
Lori
have
and
a
I
strong
do.
parasocial.
And she was, so the Osbournes was one of the very first reality
the
TV
first?
shows.
I consider the first
Yeah.
reality show.
And then she went on to work with Joan Rivers and on her show, which
Fashion
was
Police.
Fashion Police with Melissa Rivers, Joan Rivers, and she was
Not Melissa, Juliana Rancic.
Juliana Rancic, and they were on it together. And then she, after Joan passed away, she was still on that. And then she started to be a correspondent for E!
on the red carpet.
on the red carpet. And so one year when we were at the SAG Awards, we actually had the premiere spot
on the red
on the
carpet
red
for
carpet
once.
For
I don't-
once,
I don't know how it
but
happened.
it was like we were a network. I mean, we
Yeah.
got. It was such a wrong
it was
place.
somebody put the placard in the wrong place.
It was someone who really did it, but it was E's place, and so it was a big hullabaloo. Blah blah blah. But Kelly always liked us.
She called us the Talkie Twins.
She did. She liked us, and she was nice. But then one year she said something bitchy at us, very bitchy at us.
Yeah.
And I can't remember what it was. But anyway, she is unrecognizable right now.
Really is.
She really is. And so people are, I think I've seen like 3 articles in the last few days Hollywood is going to anorexic thin again, something else. But
She looks ill, but she went on her Instagram today. She had bariatric surgery.
she
like
did.
10 years ago.
Yes.
She's always been yo-yoing, and she just basically told everyone to F off.
Yep.
But
About how skinny she is.
she can't eat right now, but she was on Ozempic.
Yes.
And maybe she still is, but she has no appetite because she's so grief-stricken over her dad.
And he died in July.
Yeah, but
Yep.
that
She said
some
something-
people that is a thing
Yep.
where you are absolutely you cannot eat.
Yeah, I wish I could have that right now, like just because there's
It's
I could
winter
make up a
weight,
reason.
Julia. It's winter weight. I
Oh.
was just at my doctor today, and I said,
Yep.
"How come I always weigh this weight in the winter?" And she said, Dr. Jesline said, "Let's look back. Every summer,
We lose.
I'm like 7 pounds less, and
Yeah.
then in December,
Yep.
it's 7 pounds more." She said, "Look at your history. It's a whole history." And we went back 14 years.
Wow.
Because I have a new endocrinologist, because my other endocrinologist of 14 years moved to Ohio. So I have a new doctor.
Right.
It's shades of when I lost my family practice doctor who gave me my pelvic exams for 16 years.
A lot of people are having to change doctors because of insurance. It's kind of tragic. I got a message that maybe my insurance company wasn't going to make an agreement with my healthcare company. I started to cry.
Yeah.
Because I love my doctor so much.
Yeah. So it's
tragic. It's tragic. It's a new relationship. But do you like this doctor?
I like Jesline, and we had a very nice conversation about La Mer for the pussy.
And so, but thank you for saying that, Lori, because
Yeah.
I know that word makes you feel good to say.
It really does. 'Cause it is-
Meow, meow, meow.
Meow,
But
meow.
but La Mer it's a cream. It's a very expensive face cream brand. So when you say that, I just want to do the
Translation.
closed captioning translation. So it's a very expensive lotion for your face. So you're talking about using a very something important in your vagina that will help your vaginal wall.
Moisturize
Moisturize your vaginal wall.
Dr. H had said to me that she said, like, Lorene, your vagina is aging very nicely.
You've
and I
said this
just
3
about died.
times since we've started our podcasting.
But
But everyone, I'm getting that shirt.
Yeah, get it.
Lorene, your vagina is aging very nicely.
But I wanted her to tell me because she'd been close inspecting it. And so I wanted to ask Dr. Jesline, because this topic has come up. And I said, what is the difference between doing estrogen, if that's a hormone replacement you're doing, and then this estrus, this vaginal internal cream, La Mer,
So
for the
estrogen
kitty.
you can take in an oral or in a patch.
And she said
then
it's
versus the vaginal.
It's completely different kind of estrogen. She said every woman, once they've hit perimenopause, should be moisturizing inside so that it's just like you
It
practice
protects the wall.
It's like, think how much we spend on our outside skin.
Yeah.
Our most delicate baby skin. Now, you don't have to do this until you're like perimenopause, which for most women is like maybe late 40s,
Yes.
mid 40s. But, some people, Angelina Jolie, they get their hysterectomy
And if
everything.
you have breast cancer, people are pushed into it early.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is important because so many people then when they become our age talk about how painful it is to have sex.
Right, because they haven't been moisturizing. They need La Mer for the kitty.
So basically you need an estrus type cream and they
It's
have
called estrus vaginal cream.
Yeah.
That is the brand.
And I think what happened is because of that bad study, no one wanted
in
to put
2002.
estrogen in their body, but it's really important. And I talk to a lot of young women about this. Make sure that you get a baseline of your hormones when you're starting perimenopause because it's so important.
I say at the age of when you turn 36, your sex symbol birthday, find out, because these are your optimum hormone years.
Yeah.
Find out what your testosterone, progesterone, and estrogen
estrogen
is. So you have a baseline so you're not clumped in with everybody else.
Right. And fight for your rights because a lot of people don't want to deal with women's health care issues. And it's so important because
You don't have to suffer. I know
so many women that they can't have sex because it just hurts too much. So
Estrus, vaginal cream.
And it might not be the miracle for everybody, but just ask your doctor.
It is the miracle for everybody.
But some people can't take estrogen if they have breast cancer.
It's different.
Or something.
It's not. It's different estrogen delivery system. It shouldn't have an impact if you've had breast cancer or
We're
not.
not doctors. Just talk to your doctor about it.
But this is what Dr. Jasleen told me today. She said it's a different delivery system.
I'm doing all these disclaimers, Lori, as you keep talking.
But she said it's just a different delivery system because you're only using it once or twice a week, and it's such a small amount. It's just getting the moisture inside on the delicate skin.
But it would be something someone would talk to their doctor about.
Yeah,
first.
but you see all this stuff on Instagram, like all this cream for the outside. No, we are moisturizing inside.
Oh, Lori. Yeah. Everywhere she gets up when she's sitting, there's a wet spot.
You do it at night. You water your garden at night.
There you go. You water at night and change your sheets in the morning. Your water broke. Lori's water keeps raining everywhere.
Good Lord Almighty. Somebody save us.
I know. Well, look at the time. Listen, thanks for hanging out with us. Have a great weekend, everybody. Make sure to tell your friends who probably we're finding out a lot of people have a hard time finding podcasts. Just go to LoriandJulia.com. And right there's different options.
But people who are listening to this already know this. They're already on board.
Maybe spread the good word.
Yeah, well,
What a gift for a holiday. If you want a friend who needs a friend or is blue or something, introduce them to us.
Yeah,
Still loud.
There you go.
We're good friends. We're your everyday girlfriends. We're proud of it. All right. And by the way, we're still loud. Have fun. Take care.
See you next time.
Yeah, we will.